against David Ferrer. That's France against Spain. It looks like Davis Cup right there for you. Juan Martin Del Potro taking on Tanis Kokinakis. Gaia Monfils will take on Daniel Brands. You have Dominic Thiem, a player that's highly rated these days, will take on Vasek Pospisil. And you have Jeremy Chardy taking on Thomas Berdych. Selected fixtures in the round of 128 for you. It's day 2. We'll see what happens. I don't expect any of the top guys, the top seeds, to crash out in this one. Let's go to the ladies. We just picked out 5 for you. World number 1 will be in action. You have Irina Falconi take on Angelique Kerber.
That's right.
You have Karolina Pliskova, another lady that a lot is expected from. She's going to be playing Evgenia Rodina. You have Ekaterina Alexandrova take on Gabriel Muguruza.
Right.
She has a Grand Slam to her name. You have Timea Babous taking on Caroline Wozniacki. And you have a Tunisian. I'm expecting that later on down the years, we'll see a Nigerian get this far. 22-year-old Tunisian Ons Jabeur taking on Svetlana Kuznetsova.
That's right. Mary Love Edwards is coming. She's on her way there. Barely 13, and she's doing all the right things. So someday we'll get to talk about her at the Grand Slam. But when you mentioned Caroline Wozniacki, I was like, hope she won't be going on anytime soon, because at the Grand Slam we just see a different Wozniacki. But let's see what she can give us this time around. Wimbledon comes with a lot of drama. I don't know if it's about the competition itself or because these guys, after maybe having a fantastic season playing on clay, coming to grass, maybe to adapt is a problem. Like Rafael Nadal, we saw his movement yesterday, was seamless. You would just say, okay, let me take it one step at a time. Clay is not the same as grass, but they had a commanding victory. So let's watch and see. Just day 1, we're already talking about top seeds going out. Wow.
All right, so it's been interesting. Let's listen to some of the top guys had 1 or 2 things to say. We listen to Venus Williams, an emotional breakdown from her. She's a veteran now. We listen to what she had to say. An immediate reaction after a victory. And we'll come back for more sports this morning.
There are really no words to describe how devastating. And I'm completely speechless, and it's just, I'm just,
Before we take any further questions from Venus, please be aware she's unable to say anything more about this.
Maybe I should go.
Yeah, we can go.
Oh my goodness, Venus. That's the passion in this world of sports. She could barely speak. And sometimes this just takes a hold of you. You just can't control it.
A lot is happening to her right now. It's going to make my day if Venus gets to win a Grand Slam. When you write people off, when you tell people it's time to go and sit down. And she has refused to heed those calls. Because you're not Venus. And she's having a lot happening around her outside the tennis courts. It's distracting. It's getting to her. But nice one for her. She's trudging on. Probably the first time in many years that she's going to be at a big event without her sister. Most of the time they're both around. She crashes out. She's sitting in the stands. Watching the junior one get to do it, but now she's all by herself. Serena is expecting a baby, so we'll see what happens. But an emotional Venus right there. Hope she is able to put her head in the right place for this tournament, and hope the other issues back home are being sorted out, and she can move on with her tennis.
And sadly, when next she gets to sit down to talk, we'll still ask her, why did you break that? Why did you get emotional?
Was it enough reason?
Particularly if she doesn't get to win. But as you said, I just pray she continues to, power on. She has something she's giving to women's tennis. She's part of the old guys.
Old guard,
making
yep.
us, talk about what they've done and what they're still doing. Don't forget about 2 Grand Slams ago. Even the last one, she was, playing
Very
with her
close.
sister. So Venus for me, and I also like the way she approached the match. And she did win, but. Yeah, this passion just takes a hold of you. I'm trying not to let Venus get to me. But, let's quickly talk about Roger Federer. Roger Federer, there's this calm. It brings these days that just speaks nothing but this guy is just papas. He's just a chairman in his own right. Said he had no regret missing out of the French Open. He needed to rest properly for grass. And when he came back, he did prove to us that this was a well-deserved rest. Alexander Dolgopolov. That's the sort of fixture we see from the round of 16. And Federer will be going, let's take a look at his record at the ATP events and Grand Slams in 2017 at the Halle Open, which is the last one before the Wimbledon. He defeated
Alexander Zverev.
That's right, 6-1, 6-3. I was rooting for Zverev, just 20 years old, playing in front of home fans in Germany, but the experience of Federer did it, and that's how to beat a young star. School him. That's what he did to Zverev. Particularly that he has lost to him before. He says this cannot happen again. And in Stuttgart, he lost to Tommy Haas, another German again, 2-6, 7-6, 6-2, 7-6. 6-4 in the second round. He lost that one. And Miami, he defeated Rafael Nadal. Still remember that one. 6-3, 6-4 in the final. Indian Wells, he defeated Stanislas Wawrinka. I remember that one so well again. 6-4, 7-5 in the final. So look at the form that a 35-year-old tennis player is enjoying.
You look, 2017 has been very good for Roger Federer, whichever way you want to look at it. He's been able to bring down the old nemesis. That's Rafael Nadal. He's beaten Rafael Nadal this year in 2 finals, big occasions, and he joked about it. He said, look, these days I would love to have Rafael Nadal in my corner because I've seen so many fast balls go past me anytime I'm playing this guy. I just can't cope with him. We've seen him rest this year. We've seen him take himself out of tournaments, and it has all turned out well. So he's a man in form.
That's right. So Roger Federer is enjoying a good form, and let's just hope that we'll get to see him do more at Wimbledon. Sports this morning on Channels Television. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be listening to Roger Federer and every other thing that is going down in our world of sports. Don't go anywhere. Stay.